Get ready, Staten Island. It's time to celebrate 5 years of Ferry Hawks baseball. Join us Friday, April 24th through Sunday, April 26th for our first homestand of the season and our 5th anniversary celebration. Score big with $5 tickets. Grab $5 domestic draft beers. Enjoy $5 popcorn. And yes, 2 Nathan's hot dogs for just $5. Visit ferryhawks.com now to lock in your seats.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Dave Scott, host of Spaced Out Radio, website spacedoutradio.com. Every show the man ever did is on YouTube at Spaced Out Radio. Dave Scott, welcome to the Red Apple Audio Networks. What do you have to report?
Well, there's an interesting story coming out that includes a little bit of big UFO history coming from the 1960s. In 1964-65, there was an alleged UFO landing at Hollman Air Force Base in White Sands, New Mexico. Now, this alleged scene happened to have 3 UFOs come down from the sky. 2 of them left hovering. 1 came out and landed, opened up its craft, and 3 humanoids, very good-looking, Swedish type, we call them the Nordics, this alien species, came out onto the runway. They were wearing, allegedly, some sort of breathing apparatus and met with military officials. Now, there is alleged video of this, and you can go on YouTube and see about 8 seconds of this video of the craft coming in. But you never get to see the landing. That part is still classified. How this ties into today is that Dr. Eric Davis, who is one of the key scientists into the UFO disclosure movement over the last number of years, he recently said on a podcast that former President George Bush Sr. was read in and knew all about this meeting between military officials and aliens, although he could not go into detail about this alleged alien contact between the military and whatever species of ETs these are, good-looking ETs at least, that there was discussion about technology and potential time travel, as well as maybe trading some humans for study. So we keep hearing these stories coming along, Walter, where, you know, when you interviewed Matt Gaetz a few weeks ago, where he said, look, we are trading aliens and humans, trying to create some sort of hybrid alien for alien contact. It really makes it a little bit interesting that these stories are now coming out of more ET contact being hidden by government officials.
I'm missing a piece, with respect and love. What did you say right before the last sentence?
Well, you had interviewed Matt Gaetz.
Yes. And he said that there were alien-human hybrids being made by the federal government according to a briefing he received.
Absolutely.
Right.
So when you tie this latest news from Dr. Eric Davis, a scientist very well known in the UFO community, that there was some sort of alien meeting back at Hollman Air Force Base in the 1960s, and that former President Bush Sr. actually was read in on this back in the day. It makes me wonder how many more of these programs may be out there, or how much contact the U.S. government may have with different alien species that they are not telling us about.
I think that if they have contact with any alien species, and I want to know what you think, that they're not going to tell us about any of them. It doesn't matter which one. Please note that when Matt Gaetz said alien human species, he didn't say which species of aliens, did he? He didn't say where they were from, or if they're from a different point in time, which is what I'm more inclined to believe that they're human from a different time.
That is quite a possibility. Also, we also have to know that most abductees or people who claim that they are abductees happen to have contact with what we call these alien gray beings. Now, these are the ones, if you look at Close Encounters of the Third Kind or many other alien movies, including a comedy with Seth Rogen called Paul, which was based out of Area 51 in Rachel, Nevada, they all stand between 4.5 and 5.5 feet tall. They have these giant bulbous gray heads with large black eyes, a slit for a mouth, and noses. However, the difference between most of the movies and the aliens that people are being abducted by, they don't speak. They're very meek. They seem to be very thin, which is, you probably fit about 2 or 3 of them aliens inside me. But the fact is, a lot of people have these contacts, and they're not sure whether or not these grays are like biological robots because they seem to have no sentiment or feelings towards the people that they are taking. And they also are curious if these grays are actually part of some sort of program for higher up species that we have heard of, like the Nordics, like the Pleiadians, the reptilians, or even, the mantid beings that look like a giant praying mantis that stands 6-7 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm not buying that creature. Does that make any sense to you? A praying mantis 7 or 8 feet tall that no one's actually seen or taken a picture of? I think I'd grab that picture pretty fast, as would you.
Well, I mean, when you're being taken in the middle of the night, you really don't have time to say, hey, do you mind if I grab my phone and we could grab a selfie? It's not really how it works.
Yeah, I think that it's a fair comment, yeah.
So, I mean, I've tried with Bigfoot. I've tried with UFOs. They just don't seem to want to take that selfie with me.
Thoughtless. How do I? What's on your what's in your website store that I need to take a look at besides the sweatshirt that has a picture of me at spacedoutradio/shop? What's in the shop?
Well, the big thing is I got a lot of Bigfoot and UFO stuff there, but nothing is ugly. Like, you can actually wear our clothing out in public and be actually proud to wear
That's
it.
True.
So we'd love it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. And I know you love our big mug that we have because it fits in your cup holder.
Yes, and it's a foreigner car. It's an Asian built car, so they tend to have smaller cup holders, and yet it fits in that car.
I made it just for you, my friend. You know what? We need to do a mug for you.
A mug for my mug. Get it?
Yes. Yes, we're going to maybe make you one that has you standing beside your best friend Bigfoot and waving at us.
I appreciate that. That's a good idea. spacedoutradio/shop. That's how you find Dave Scott, his terrific merchandise, everything about his show. And if you go to YouTube, Spaced Out Radio on YouTube, you will get to hear every show the man ever did. Dave Scott, great friend of the show. Thank you very much for being on The Other Side of Midnight with Walter Sterling.